fucking God, we are back, ladies and gentlemen. It has been such a long time. Because you're the Cryptid King.
Do kings have antlers?
The Cryptid King does.
Cryptid King does.
Yeah.
We were out there all by ourselves. We didn't know.
Do you guys have matching black hoodies?
We did have matching black hoodies. Yeah. Also, Bree, turn on your microphone. Anyways, we were out there and we heard something rustle in the woods, and Bobby died over the holidays. And so the Cryptid King had to rise again so that we can come back and investigate all these goddamn cryptids that are out here scaring me and Bree in our very cult-like outfits.
It's very
like
cult-like.
Jesus Christ of cryptid tomfoolery.
Exactly, and you've risen again. So we're very excited for that. So we have a very jam-packed show today. We have a lot of things that we're going to go over. So we want to start off with our show and tell. So Bobby has returned, and so Bobby is back. So I'm going to go ahead and give it to Bobby to go ahead and show us with his first show and tell.
Oh, God. Okay. Wasn't expecting to go first. Okay, so over the holidays, if you guys don't know already, I have another podcast called Not For Everyone podcast. It's mostly about cult horror movies and news of the day, silly things like that. Highly offensive, very politically incorrect. But the point is, we've gained a lot of friends over the years from doing the show, and they send me gifts from time to time. And I got a gift from my friend Cameron, who we met through my show, who knows that I love cryptids. A company called Severin, which is a kind of a schlock exploitation movie distributor who gets a hold of these old crappy blood-soaked exploitation films and breathes new life into them. He sent me this movie called Night of the Demon, not to be confused with the one from 1957. This one's from 1980. It's described on the back as the first real Bigfoot gore fest. It's also known to be the best and bloodiest Bigfoot movie ever made. I would have to agree. I watched it for the first time the other night. Highly recommended if you like graphic violence and like lowbrow nonsense. But what I really wanted to show you guys is the movie came with a like a figurine.
Stop it.
It looks just like you.
Cool. It looks just like you, Bobby.
I have abs just like that.
Yeah, I bet.
Yes.
Do you shave it in that
Yes, I shave it in that Bigfoot.
In a triangle?
This is pretty accurate to an actual Bigfoot. They have sweet Mark Paul Gosselaar abs. Shaved
with the nipples always pointy.
Yes, so
I love it. That's a vibe.
So again, it's called Night of the Demon. I would highly recommend it if that's your cup of tea.
I love that. All right, I have my my show and tell next. I showed mostly everyone today, so I got crystals today. We got some pink amethyst, which Bree says is not real, and that's just a marketing tool, but it's just a very light colored amethyst. I'm going to correct myself before Bree does. So there's that one. We've also got this wonderful moonstone. Oh, look at that, baby. I love this one. So good. Okay. Then we also got, again, this one's called Black Amethyst as it was marketed, but we all know that this is smoky quartz. But we did get this baby right here.
Quartz.
It's very pretty.
Yeah, that's nice.
Okay, that big chunky one. And then I got two more pieces. These ones are smaller. So I did get a citrine, which is Bree's birthstone. And then I got this beautiful penis-like aura quartz, which I got only because they look like two penises. And you guys know that I love two penises.
Yep.
Mormons, you know.
The old DP crystal.
The old DP. Right? So that is our show and tell for the day for everyone. Thank you so much for coming here. Lots of crystals.
Thank you so much for coming.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much.
That's all, folks.
Help us open up our own crystal shop.
Exactly. We need to at this point. So one of the big reasons we're here today is because our sweet Spooky is here with us, our angel, our queen, and she has had a Bigfoot encounter, and we get to talk about that today. So I'm super excited about it. So Spooky, I'm going to let you just go for it.
Wait, I hadn't done my show and tell.
Okay. Oh, I didn't know you had a show and tell. Oh, yes.
So I have a copy of 1984 from, and I believe 1975. It doesn't actually say, but the last date on there is 1975, and it was published in 1949 or 48. So, yeah, it's very, very cool.
I've never seen that cover art before.
Me either. I was cleaning up my mom's old apartment, and because she's moving, and yeah, I came across it. I was like, I didn't even know that we had this, and yeah, it's probably been in our family for forever and ever and ever. It was like it resurfaced, and it's very cool. It's very worn, very worn copy of 1984.
Nice.
Bree, do you have a show and tell?
Yeah,
I don't have anything.
Her backdrop is your show and tell.
Yeah, that is a nice backdrop.
I was like, Bree did get new shelves up, so that could be your show and tell.
Oh yeah, I put shelves up.
I like the way you did the lights. You did the lights across the top. Cool.
So fucking unenthusiastic.
We'll see how long. We'll see how long it lasts. You know, that's like
what does that mean?
I don't know. You of all people know I'm like.
Oh, you might change it.
Changing it back here. Yeah.
I'm
just
evolving.
Never satisfied. No, I'm never satisfied. But I'm like that as a person. So
heard that before.
I was like, yeah, right.
I bet you have.
You guys, let's get into what we're here for. We're here for cryptids, and we have our I think this is our first like real cryptid like story here where somebody came on and is telling us like their encounter with cryptids.
I'm the first.
I think you're the first one to officially come on and like tell us about your cryptid encounters.
Okay. Well, I'm going to share screen because I can tell the story along with showing photos. So I feel like that might give you a better sense of what the terrain was like. Share screen. Boom.
Terrain.
There we go. Can you all see it? There we go.
Yeah.
Cool. So I lived in British Columbia, like the coastal BC, not the inland. Like, so there was the coast, mountains, and then kind of the interior of BC. So we were on the coast, kind of 200 miles north of Vancouver. And it was basically this all the time. So I just want to preface this that I'm terrible at telling stories, and I have a tendency to kind of condense them into a sentence. So I'm trying to like pace myself here because it was a very quick experience, but it was about 10 seconds long of looking at something. So
okay.
So this photo was taken maybe a quarter mile from where the sighting took place. So it's literally that kind of terrain, that kind of it was different weather. It was kind of sunny. So what happened was, we went out for a walk on the trail, and this kind of this was just down the road as well. This is kind of what the trails looked like, except it was in a forest, not on a hill. And we're walking along, and it's the middle of summer. Well, it's kind of late summer actually. It was like September, October, and I can remember the smell of like evergreen. And basically, we're walking along the trail. We hear a crack to our right, and we all turn and look, and leaning out from behind a tree, like 7 foot tall at least, was a blonde Sasquatch that was like looking at us curiously, just like, you know. And there was about a 10-second pause where the three of us were staring at this Sasquatch or Sasquatch-like creature, and then the reaction kicked in, and we all just ran back down the trail the way that we came, all the way back round to like where we lived near the edge of the forest. And it was a really, really crazy experience. And I feel like I've just condensed it really badly, but do you have questions that may help me expand upon it?
I have questions.
Okay. I realized my camera wasn't on me that whole time.
You said it lasted about 10 seconds?
It was about 10 seconds that it was the reaction, we all turn, and then it's we gotta go, you know.
What were you thinking about in that 10 seconds?
I was trying to match it to an animal that I knew, because like I knew that we'd had bears and deer and what are they called? Like they're like jackals, but I forget what they're called. Coyotes.
Oh.
So we had like coyotes, deer, bear, and other animals and stuff. So I was trying to, I'd been there a little while, so I was quite climatized to the amount of animals that were there, and it didn't match any of them. And it was actually what led me into researching Bigfoot for like about a year afterwards, because me and my ex, who was one of the people there with me, we both wanted to find out what it was that we'd seen.
So you didn't really have any interest in this before?
Not really. It wasn't, never really been in my wheelhouse. Like I knew like as much as the average person, you know, like culturally, but I didn't have an interest in like how they leave tree markers and all this stuff, because after that, anytime we went into the forest, we actually started noticing that there were all these tree markers all facing the same direction at sequential points along the trails. And sometimes it would be an entire tree has been snapped off and propped up against a Y in a tree, pointing in a certain direction. And once we realized what we were looking at, it was very much like, oh, and a perception of the forest very much changed at that point, because it was like it was kind of an understanding of what it was more than, I don't know, it's hard to quantify, because it was a very strange feeling, because it definitely felt like there was an awareness in the forest that was like you felt like you were being watched, but you know when someone's watching you and you kind of feel irritated, like, hey, stop watching me. It's like that, but there's no irritation there. It's just like a gentle curiosity, just kind of watching, like observing, like, you know. And after that, every time we went in the forest, there was a general feeling. I'm fully willing to say it could be perceptual projection after learning things, and my brain's like, oh, I'm seeing this, but it always felt external. I could tell if it. I think I can tell if it was me or not, and it definitely felt like there was an external presence after that. Like we were aware that, like, because we saw one, we were aware that they were there, and they were aware that we were aware. So, like,
how far away would you say it was?
10 feet.
Wow!
Like it was just popped out from behind. It was so close. Like I could see the matted
that's
hair.
Pretty tough for a misidentification at 10 feet,
right? So it was blonde, really matted hair, kind of almost Neanderthal-like features, but the eyes were really sunk in and the brow was like really prominent. And I remember it had like hazel brown eyes, and it looked really kind. It had like a kind expression, but kind of like, oh, didn't expect people kind of thing.
Hello.
Because we were walking quite quietly, and it just obviously had like cracked a stick, and then there was this moment of people.
Shit, I've been caught.
Yeah.
How tall would you say it was?
Maybe about 7 feet.
Okay.
It was tall. It was taller than us, and I'm like 5'10", and it was above me.
So when you ran away, was that just kind of like your natural impulse, or did you ever feel threatened within those? It was
an impulse. I mean, my ex was pregnant at the time, so she was the first one to kind of start running, and after that, me and our friend just kind of followed, because it was like, it was almost like an entrancement for about the first 8 seconds, and then it was, there was like.
Where your brain's going through the hard drive trying to figure out what the hell you're looking at.
You catch up with yourself. And I had a similar moment when I came face to face with a bear. And I was like, oh, wow. And it was a baby bear. And it came up to me, and I had the dog with me, and the dog went up and sniffed him. And I'm like, oh, that's so cute. What the fuck am I doing? Like, it just ran away with the dog. And it was like that delayed reaction.
Yeah, the mama bear is probably around there somewhere.
Oh yeah, she was.
Bree, Jamie, do you guys have any questions? I feel like I'm.
So Enzo has
a
one.
question.
Cool.
Go ahead, Bree.
Enzo's wondering if there are any other reports of Bigfoot in that area before or since your sighting.
It's a very common occurrence in that town. There's actually murals all around that town done by an artist called Catnip, who is awesome. He's a really cool guy. I actually met him. He goes around and does murals of like Bigfoot and mermaids and stuff. It's a really big cultural thing in that town of people have sightings out in the forest, because it's after that town there's no more towns for 1,000 miles to the Arctic Circle. It's all just mountains and forest and lakes. No roads or anything.
What was kind of the vibe between you and your friends after, like immediately after? Did y'all talk about it? Did you?
Well, we got back to the house and we were just like, very kind of shaken, but like, what the fuck was that kind of thing? And I remember our friend left, and then me and my ex started like slowly researching after that. And we saw our friend, but like she didn't really ever talk about it. I never got her perspective on it or anything. But I wasn't really, it was my ex's friend. I didn't really know her too much. So like if they spoke, they might have spoken about it, but I didn't personally talk to her about it.
Blonde is a pretty unique.
Yeah, specific.
We had
That's
to
gonna be my question.
Every picture we came across was a brown furred Bigfoot, and we were like, "That's not what we saw. That's not." And we saw a blonde one, and we're like, "Oh my god!"
It's interesting you say that because I actually found there's a blonde Bigfoot out there who I have proof that watches our show.
Really?
Yeah, really, seriously.
Oh wow. Wow,
right there.
Look at that.
Oh yeah.
He happens to be a big Bobby fan because I think Bobby facts Bigfoot so much. He has a little sticker there on his laptop, but that's him actively watching our show. Did he look anything like this Bigfoot?
That actually legit does look very similar to
I was going to say that Bigfoot costume certainly has a Neanderthal looking.
The brow especially is very, and the nose not so much. The nose was more like Homo sapiens, but
you see, you hear about blonde white. There's a really famous white Bigfoot of Pennsylvania video that's very creepy. I don't know if it's real or not, but it's definitely worth a look if you guys get some time. And then, like you said, it's normally brown or dark brown, a lot of auburn sightings. So that's pretty dope. Like not only a Bigfoot you saw.
Right. I can show you on the map where we saw it.
And while you can look that up,
go ahead, Bigfoot.
Enzo has another question. Spooky, how much of it did you see? Could it have had blonde gray around the head area?
So I'm trying to. Okay, I'll try and do a perspective test for you guys. So
okay.
Let me. So.
Make her full screen.
It feels ridiculous, but this is
hold on.
Tree. He leans out, and we see like that much. So like his left arm and shoulder were kind of obscured, but he was there like, huh?
Was it kind of like swaying back and forth, or was it pretty still?
No, he was stood like he had that moment of fuck as much as we did that just frozen like, oh shit, deer in headlights kind of thing. And then then the reaction comes, and like we started running. I don't know what reaction like the Sasquatch or whatever creature had. All I know is we ran and ran and ran.
What time?
What was it that stood out to you though? That
it was about 4 o'clock in the afternoon. It was
a Bigfoot.
It was like September, October. It was quite sunny. The sun was like filtering through the trees and stuff. It was quite a nice day.
Nice fall day, yeah.
Yeah, it was end of summer walk kind of thing.
Bree, what were you saying?
I just want to know, what was it that stood out to you the most where you thought this isn't a bear or anything else? Like what was probably the biggest feature to you where you knew that it was not a common animal? Living up there, I've seen many bears stood up and scratching their back and eating berries, all that stuff. This was a humanoid. I can tell the difference between a bear stood up and a humanoid stood up.
Mm-hmm.
It had a human face. Like it was the face more than anything. It was the eyes, because the eyes. It felt like there was. I feel tinfoil saying it, but there was like a connection there in that moment.
An awareness, yeah.
The awareness
Intelligence
thing that carried on afterwards. It was that same kind of gentle observation awareness. Like, hey, we know that you know, but it's okay.
Yeah.
And it never felt like. It never felt threatening. It never felt like, oh, they're going to come out of the forest and get me. It just felt like, hey, we know that you know. And it felt cool. It was like, it was interesting. So here's the trail. So trail starts here and you go up here and it circles round up to here and it splits off. So one goes that way. Zoom in a bit. So one goes that way and then one goes this way. And we saw it. It was coming up. Oh, here we go. So we were walking along here. It was about there.
Oh, so there's like residential and business.
Yeah, this is what
in the city or in the town.
Well, it's like it's right on the oh shit. but it's right on the edge of. So it's like one street away from the end of civilization.
Did you ever corroborate with locals or talk? Did you ever hear any other stories?
There's
about
a guy
or something like that.
Yes. So there was a guy working in the I need to have the page up. Guy who worked in the gas station right here, who was an artist that went by the name Bigfoot Wizard. And
he's a sign of a credible man.
Yeah, I like that. I love it.
He's amazing. He did art with that catnip guy. He did loads and loads of big paintings of Bigfoot all the time. And I told him about it, and he immediately, as soon as he got off work, rang me and was like, "Hey, I just got off work. Show me where you saw this Sasquatch." So we walked out there, and we found like more tree markers and stuff. And he was like, "Everything I'm seeing right now tells me that this feels like a legit sighting." I was like, "Okay, cool, interesting."
Any kind of like, did you look for tracks or anything when you took him back out there, or anything like that?
No, it was a few days later, so I didn't I didn't know how to do that, but
right on. You didn't have any plaster on you at the time.
Yeah, you didn't cast anything. Exactly. Carried it in your back pocket. Yeah.
And you didn't go back out there all the time and be like, I want to find him again if he seemed so, or she seemed very friendly. Did you get like?
I think it was a male. I got the male and it
man vibes.
It was a male specimen.
Male specimen.
Yeah. It was very, very cool though. It was an experience that like I'd never again, like before that I didn't really know anything more than what I see in the movies or whatever. Like Tenacious D was where I heard about Sasquatch.
Yeah.
So for it to go from
think
that
he has a family?
Suddenly, I mean, I hope so. I hope he's not alone out there.
Spooky, Lynn is late. You want to repeat where the town in Canada that this happened at?
Well, it's on screen. So I was going to say I'd rather not say the town because
in Canada,
it's already sharing on screen. So Powell River in BC. But yeah,
I love that. Spooky, thank you for sharing. Does it make you want to go out into the forest and look for Bigfoot more? Okay.
Yes.
So after that experience, you didn't have any kind of aversion to the forest. You weren't like, I'm going to take a break from hiking for a little while or anything like that.
No, I mean, winter set in after that. So
sure,
because my ex had like mobility issues, so we didn't get to go out walking very often. And when she did, that's why we generally stayed in that area. Except the day that she ran, like when she started running,
ran for her life. Yeah.
Run, Forrest, run.
I've never seen you run. I'm gonna run. Like if you're running, like But
what do you think he was doing? Just chilling?
Like you think he was just like in his natural because it sounds like from the reaction it was like oh shit, there's people here. It sounds like he didn't even.
Right. Well, I spoke to a friend about this earlier today who said, "Do you think it could have been someone in a suit or something?" And I don't see someone following us or like running ahead of us on the trail somehow without us noticing and hiding behind a tree and waiting just to scare us.
And you happen to look in that direction.
Right. Well, we heard it was a massive crack, like a and then we all just immediately react to turn like the three. It was like a one like in a movie where everyone just goes, "Huh?" And yeah, it was I mean, the perception thing afterwards, I'm aware it could be my own projection, and I have to hold space in myself for that, not to be the connection I think it is.
Well, I mean, you were with what, 2 other people?
Yeah.
I mean, that's a pretty solid case for some validation as far as if this is perception or confirmation bias or, projecting what you think it might be on. I mean, what did the other people? Was it just kind of like a WTF thing, or were they like that was a fucking Bigfoot?
My ex was convinced it was Bigfoot. Her friend, I think she'd already had her own sighting, so she didn't need confirming. I didn't speak to her about that sighting other than when we got back and we're like, what the fuck was that? Well, I don't know. After that, they spoke all the time. I didn't really talk to her. So if they were talking about it, then I didn't know that they were talking about it, or what what they were talking about. But
you didn't. There was no smell.
Not really. No, it was. Okay. I just remember the smell of evergreen, like really thick evergreen.
Okay.
Boris, Enzo has another question. Spooky. Other than being startled, did you feel compelled to run? Some report feeling fear and dread before seeing one. So, like when you heard the crack, did you immediately like, oh no, danger?
I mean, no more than you would. In you're walking through the forest, you hear a crack and you turn. It was just like a normal natural because it just happened. It was loud and it happened out of nowhere.
Yeah,
you basically described like literally the best case scenario of a sighting, because it's like
really.
I think so. 10 feet away, you got a blonde one. You didn't feel threatened by it. You got a good 10 seconds of looking at it and trying to figure out what the hell is going on, and then it was like, all right, I think I'm going to be the one that ends this encounter, and you guys ran away. Whereas usually it's like the thing will see you, and people always talk about like, well, why don't we all have cell phone cameras now and stuff like that. It's like, well, have you ever been in a situation where you see something that your brain can't process what it is? Right. You're not thinking about pulling out your cell phone, and by the time you do, like, I have to pull it out of my pocket. I got to like hit the little code on the pass code. I don't know where the hell my camera is on all these goddamn apps. Like, there's no way,
Right.
I'm just
that's true. And it, like, I at one point I would have said the same thing. Like, why didn't you take a photograph?
Mm-hmm.
But in that situation, when it's 1 minute you're walking along, you're kind of quietly talking amongst yourselves, and then there's a crack, you turn, there's a thing so that you can't identify as a thing. You just think it.
You're not thinking about your phone,
right?
I gotta check Twitter. No,
right. I've got my partner at the time who's
pregnant,
like 6 months pregnant with me.
I'm sure he has some sort of like maternal, like, I gotta leave.
Right. As soon as I saw her bolt, I was after her. I wasn't hanging around. Because there's bears in those woods as well. I wasn't letting her go alone. That's why we went as a group, because we generally didn't go in by ourselves. I mean, I did, but they didn't.
Mm-hmm.
I'm curious if he wouldn't have been as nice if you brought out your phone.
Yeah, he would have been like angry. Yeah.
I saw a question from I
was like, Enzo has another great question. Yeah. So, if you were in the exact same scenario today, would you have reacted differently?
In the exact same scenario, with the knowledge I have now, I would have got my phone out.
Like, are we talking? Like, are we pretending that this encounter had never happened before, or are we saying the same?
Right. I mean that's a tricky one because like the encounter led to me looking into it. So in the exact say if I went out into the forest now, the exact same situation happened, then I'd immediately get my phone out and be like,
yeah,
I'm proving it this time. Like, because I've been angry at myself before for not getting a photograph. I mean, I did the right thing and dipped out very quickly, but imagine if I got that photograph, right?
What percentage would you say that you? I mean, it seems like you're very reasonable in like, you're not jumping to conclusions, even though it was 10 feet away from you. Like, what percentage would you say you're sure that you saw a Bigfoot?
80%.
Yeah. Wow.
That's a big
Spooky's
percentage.
Really skeptical, though. She's naturally just very skeptical of everything.
Are you at all in tune with like any kind of paranormal or alien eye strangeness or anything like that?
Yes.
Did you get any of those kind of vibes during this?
No, during the encounter, no. But I have had other experiences in that forest that were strange. Where we've seen orbs in the trees and stuff a couple of times, and there's just a vibe about it. There's that whole area is like, I mean, when I was living there, it felt like I was living in Jurassic Park because it was just
really
magnificent landscape wherever you look. But it definitely has an otherworldly vibe, especially at night. At night, it changes. It becomes just like, because the trees are so tall as well. I mean, you're in a one floor house, and the trees are 300 feet high. So it's like you're imprisoned in this giant green, like open area space surrounded by these giant trees. It gets very like
feels very magical. Sounds like
it's spooky.
Oh, I see. See, that sounds magical to me.
It was pretty magical.
Granted, you know, the orb Bigfoot connection is more regional than anything else, but how far away would you say the orb sighting was from the Bigfoot sighting?
Isn't the tops of the trees like across the park? Like initially we thought it was like someone shining a torch up on the top of the trees, but then we saw it like go into the trees and then up out of the top of the tree, the canopy, and we were like, whoa, what? Oh, it could have been a drone, but like it's really hard to fly a drone at nighttime.
Yeah, I was gonna say how long ago was this?
This was October 2018.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah, I mean it took me a couple of days to kind of get back into that time.
Mm-hmm.
And like Jamie helped me the other day a little bit because I was like, I've told the story before, but I give it a condensed version. Like I was walking along, I saw Sasquatch come out from behind the tree. It was blonde. I ran away like that. But actually having to unpack that and go back into my memories and like, trying to do a bit of memory recall and meditation on it and try to recollect the memories, it's been really interesting because it's just got me thinking about it again.
You're thinking about it from a different perspective now.
Yeah.
Did you feel like it kind of resonated with you for a few days after? Like, did it always kind of like slip back into your brain when you're trying to do your normal stuff?
Probably almost a year actually. We found Mountain Beast Mysteries on YouTube, and we watched a lot of his videos. We watched. There was some documentaries that we found that were quite older from like the 70s that were pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
I'll have to search them up, but yeah, we spent. We were researching loads and loads of stuff, not just Sasquatch, but Sasquatch became like one of these like, oh, I found a new thing on Sasquatch, let's watch it kind of thing.
Yeah, I know how that feels.
Yeah.
You go to the end of the internet with that, and then you're watching every YouTube documentary out there just because it's about Sasquatch.
Exactly, Bobby's been.
No offense to anyone out there that's making Sasquatch documentaries. I'll take it. You know.
Yeah, no, that's I think the problem with Sasquatch, as we've said over and over again, and there's not any really good movies out there about Sasquatch.
If I had the option now, I would put a trail cam on that trail.
Yeah,
straight up. But I don't live there anymore, so
yeah. Apparently, they can.
I guess that's illegal in Canada.
With that. Is it?
In Canada, you're not allowed to.
Weird.
Well, you're not allowed to do trail cam?
Because of hunting.
Well, that's why you put it.
Like they think people are going to use it for hunting, and then it gives actually,
do it on private property.
Yeah, if it's private property, for sure.
Yeah, none of it.
Yeah, private
maybe
property
just put it up and not tell anybody.
Yeah.
Pretty much all of it's provincial, so you wouldn't be allowed.
I mean, you guys have any other questions? That was a kick-ass first.
That was perfect. You did great, Spooky, my love. You are a queen. Spooky.
I felt like I don't know how I've managed to stretch. Well, not stretch is the wrong word. Like
I was like, you were able to talk about it for so long.
Yeah, I'm so used to just my ADD sucks so bad. I'm like, yeah, I saw Sasquatch, and I can't do long things. So go me. I did it.
I kind of have a surprise for you guys. I saw Sasquatch, and it was a female Sasquatch, and she came to my dreams, and she left me a video, and I want to show it to you guys.
Oh, no, really?
Yeah.
Can you,
Sally?
That was excellent.
Can you send me that to my phone later?
Yes, absolutely. Her name is Sally the Sasquatch, and she comes to me in my dreams. So I just want to premiere her for you guys here. That she's here to stay, and she wants me to show you guys her dancing as much as she can.
Hey, so
who is this? Who is this? Do you not see this? That one
time
Bree was
I was racist.
One time?
No, that one time Bree was racist.
That one time
Bree was racist. I'm assuming that means against Jerry, the water
Oh
bear.
my god, who
Right.
is it?
Who is it?
Funny. I'm jealous of your encounter. I need to see something like that. I believe your story.
Yeah, we're gonna
but it is.
sci-fi this.
I just struggle with Sasquatch. I wish I could have something like that, you know?
Yeah. Do we want to? Should we bust out the cryptid scale of probability on this one?
10.
Hey, in the chat, 1 to 10, 1 being sci-fi, 10 being real. What do you think
about spooky story?
About the weird ass experience I had in the forest.
Mm-hmm.
You seem pretty open to like. It doesn't sound like you'd be offended if someone said sci-fi here.
No, I wouldn't be offended at all. Like I purposefully have held part of myself as being that wasn't what I think it was. Yeah. Because I'm very open to being debunked. I'd rather be debunked than believe a lie, right?
No matter how in tune with this kind of stuff you are, like I think that's key. Like, even if you're a believer in like all this crazy shit we talk about, like no matter what, you should always kind of view it through the lens of, okay, Occam's razor, like what could that have been other than what it seemed? Wow, 11.
Damn.
So I think here's the thing. I think spooky that we're officially gonna have to fact your story that this was indeed.
Can I get a vote? Because I'd vote 8.
Oh,
yeah.
We only give it
I want to hear your vote. You would be like an 8. You said 80%.
That's still fact.
I'm like 80% there.
Ooh,
like it would.
Josh and Artemis are more middle.
The thing that would have confirmed it for me was a second sighting, because I lived there for a while. So
I just think it's super interesting that the majority of people in the chat and myself are facting it like even higher than you would give yourself.
Right. I mean,
Lando said just straight 1.
Damn, Lando.
He's you're
is that how many pieces of clothing Lando owns?
The burn. Yeah, I think we're giving it a solid fact. Even an 8 is a fact in my book.
I'll take that. I'm glad that people resonate with what happened. And
you know what? I'm gonna 8.
I hope it maybe gives other people the ability to come forward and say their story.
Yes, please. This was really fun. This is a really good. Like this is so much easy. Like we will research things and cover different cryptids of the world and stuff like that. But like this is why I wanted to do this kind of stuff, is to hear stories. So anyone, I don't give a shit what it is. I don't care if it's a cryptid or not. Like chupacabra, I guess that's a cryptid. Ghosts.
Yeah.
Paranormal.
I want to
hear it all. We want to hear everybody's stuff. I think.
Thank you for listening.
So I think in celebration, before we move on to our cryptid of the night, I have this for you. Bobby, why don't, since you are the
Bobby was abducted. He was,
oh my god. Bobby? Bibby, did you die? Oh, Bibby. I was gonna say we should, since you are the cryptid king, you should kick it off, but it seems that you've been abducted by aliens.
Oh my
That
lord.
one time.
I think he's straight gone, you guys.
Right?
I think someone came and got him.
You think somebody just swooped him? I love that you had that ready. Wait. Is he back?
Wouldn't it be funny if he wasn't wearing pants?
It was perfect.
I know, right? Hey, Bibby.
What I miss? I like to laugh.
I was like, Bree. So
you disappeared.
You disappeared.
They pivoted to you, and you went there.
I drank like a 32-ounce of Modelo before we.
Oh, so you had to pee. That's fine. Yeah. Okay, so Bree, go ahead. So you disappeared, and then Bree just randomly played this video that she already had ballooned.
What does that mean?
It was just perfect. Soul collected. You just disappeared.
Yeah.
Disappeared.
No soul is mine.
And also, Jerry's not here in the chat because this is not butt stuff. So Jerry's not here. Butt stuff
I doubt it.
I doubt it. I doubt it.
I don't know. Someone died, and it sounds to me like it was a hate crime.
Wow. A lot's changed since 2021.
What goes on here? Oh my God, my favorite angel is here. Kathy Splash, welcome to the show, my angel. I love you.
doubt it.
I doubt
okay, so Bobby, before you just randomly disappeared, I was gonna say, since you are the Cryptid King and this is your triumphant return
I don't
to
like
the show,
I don't like that name. Can we?
I don't
maybe
care.
skip that?
No, no,
Wait,
absolutely
what
More
not.
name?
humble
What
than
name?
that.
He doesn't like
Huh?
Cryptid King.
The Cryptid
Yeah,
Cream.
that's weird. Should I wear
Oh,
little
you want to be the
straps
Cryptid
next time?
Cream?
Krispy Kreme.
Cryptid Cream.
Do you guys know Krispy Kreme?
I do know Krispy Kreme.
I know
do
Krispy
know
Kreme
Krispy
all
Kreme.
too
I
well.
know it.
I
play
am
poker with
the
Krispy Kreme.
baddest of them all.
Oh, that Krispy
right.
Kreme. I thought you were talking about the donut
Yeah.
shop.
No, the
Froggy
yeah, the
Fresh.
rapper.
He
The
had to
rapper.
change his
Who
name
had
because of
to, he
licensing.
had to, I was going to say, he had to change his name. Exactly. All right.
We should have
Bobby,
a whole episode on internet viral videos from like 10 years ago. That'd be fun.
let's do it. I'm 100% down.
Remember the
we
double
will do.
rainbow guy?
We'll do. All right. We have to
ignore the racism.
All right, you guys. All right, guys. We have to get into this goddamn episode. With the racism.
More racism to come.
Jesus
We're about to
Christ.
hate crime this monkey.
I was like, I'm sorry, but I feel like every time that person talks, this is what's happening.
What?
All right, there we go.
Is it like gelatinous
I
ooze
doubt it.
for hate crime?
She just found the grossest thing she could find. She's like, I don't know what that is, but it looks gross as shit.
It looks like
What's
the
grosser than hate crime?
Jamie said hate crime earlier, so I was just like, okay.
Right on.
And I just typed in something I thought was gross, and I was just like, hate crime.
Hate crime. Yeah, that's it. All right, so
And it kind of
Bobby,
works.
I put our cryptid right here in the middle of our screen. Why don't you go ahead and kick it off and tell us about this monkey and let's go.
Okay, we're going. We're gonna
Not yet.
Monkey business.
change it up a little bit. We're going Monkey Man of New Delhi tonight. Okay.
Ooh.
This one's a little different than what we're used to for several reasons. One, it's most notorious. One of the main things it's notorious for is that it has a dangerous reputation of physically attacking people. That's how it kind of got its traction in hysteria throughout New Delhi. Also, it is a urban cryptid, or all of it takes place in an urban area. And then we're going international, like I said. So this is the Monkey Man of New Delhi, which was a media sensation, neighborhood sensation, mass hysteria for a few months in the late spring, summer of 2001 in New Delhi. You want to kick it off? You want to take it from here?
Yeah,
Jamie?
I'll take it from here. So it was May in 2001, and there was. Are you okay, Bree? You all right?
Kathy. Some blow with a dude that looks like
Kathy always has the best fucking comments. Don't shoot. Don't be racist.
You guys are dead.
I'm a
You guys
building.
are straight dead. So collected.
We've all done
Okay.
blow with the dude that looks like that creature.
I was like, all right, okay. So, all right, back to where we're at.
Is
Okay,
there
so,
any other way to do? Okay.
all right, it was May in
I need to activate
2021.
silence.
I was like, you do need to activate silence. It was in New Delhi in India, and there was a huge spring of these crimes that were happening, and people were reporting that there was this monkey-like creature that was attacking them, that was roughly about 4 feet tall with thick black fur and had metal claws and metal teeth. And some people even reported that instead of like the black fur, that it was like wearing this weird little outfit.
Mhm.
This one right here that I have up, I changed it now. Now it looks like a little, maybe a soldier who doesn't like maybe a certain kind of religion.
What?
You know what I'm saying?
It's
I was like, he looks a little. It looks a little Nazi-ish. His outfit looks a little Nazi.
You guys see Nazis everywhere. Yeah, I can see it. He's a brown shirt.
I was like, yeah, it's a little Nazi. And so he was reported also, some people saying that he had these like buttons on his shirt that he could activate and like disappear and become invisible, which I thought was super interesting. So
this cryptid wears pants, is what you're trying to say.
This cryptid wears pants is exactly what I'm saying.
Wait, yeah. Where did he get the pants?
So that's the interesting thing is like
a boot barn.
Who knows?
Is that like a tailor that tailors to cryptid?
From Ross Dress for Less?
Okay,
Where else
so it's very interesting that you say that. It's interesting that you say that because actually some people, specifically little people in India, ended up getting beaten up because people thought that they were the monkey man.
Oh.
Yeah, can I run through my list of disturbing implications of the monkey man?
Yeah, 100%.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay, so on the 15th of May, 2001, a pregnant woman fell down some stairs. Play that hate crime.
Oh yeah, play it. Hold on, let me do it. Hold on. I got it.
Let me say that again.
Damn.
A pregnant woman. If I say roll that beautiful bean footage, that means play the hate crime.
Thank you. I will. Okay.
All right. A pregnant woman fell down some stairs, fleeing after neighbors shouted that they had seen the monkey man. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's one disturbing implication of the monkey man. Other than like rampant violence, these are just a few choice nugs. A 4-foot-tall wandering Hindu sadhu. Not sure what that is. Hate crime? This actually is a hate crime, actually. He was beaten up by an angry mob who mistook him for the monkey man. This
was indeed a hate crime.
That's never.
Do you know the monkey man?
On the 18th of May, 2001, a van driver was set upon and sustained multiple fractures in another case of mistaken identification as the monkey man. Okay, and then further sightings reported.
Sorry, I thought I was going to sneeze.
Further sightings were reported in Kanpur in February 2002 and New Delhi in July 2002. The latter describing a monkey-like machine that sparked red and blue lights. One anonymous witness even claimed that the monkey man had stolen his cell phone. I don't think that's hate crime, but that's, it's you're towing the line at that point.
That one. Also, it was also reported too that if you shined a bright light into the monkey man's face, it warded him off because he specifically had like night vision goggles that he could see at night because he would attack between like midnight and 4 a.m. And his story to me sounds super similar to Spring Hill Jack, where it was this like nighttime. You can get attacked by a claw and we jump on you. And I'm seeing very much similarities between those two kind of stories.
I'm going to go to the chat and anyone else in the stream. Any questions so far?
Yeah, any questions?
Yeah, what town did you say this was from? A Delhi?
New Delhi.
New Delhi.
Like a deli.
And then Kanpur as well. Yeah, goggles. Case for Infinity, goggles.
Goggles. Did what?
When you say monkey man, did it have a tail?
That's a great question. I don't know. Jamie?
Okay.
You know what? I didn't actually see any reports of it specifically having a tail. And I think maybe because it was wearing pants and maybe the monkey didn't cut a hole in the back of the pants.
What you got to realize too about this, with all the crazy shit we've just said, I mean, this was a bit of a media sensation, which ultimately resulted in like mass hysteria in the area, to the point in which like a police posse formed from like various jurisdictions, and then you had like groups of citizens like neighborhood watching out on patrol to find the the monkey man. So That's why we have so many hate crimes in this particular
not
story.
only hate crimes, but I think there's also maybe,
I like how you don't play it all the way through every time. That's great.
There's also maybe
all right. Any more questions before I move on?
No, I think
Jamie, do you have anything to
so
add
far,
to what we said
I
so
feel like
far?
it's a lot of information so far.
Is there any reference to a sense of smell? Is there
I
a
haven't
smell?
seen anything about a sense of
no smell. No.
Okay.
But assuming it's a wild animal, which I don't know.
Hey, is this taking place in like in the populated dense city area or on the outskirts?
Here's the thing though. I feel like if it really does have pants, then it would be showering, so it probably doesn't have too much of a smell.
I don't know.
That's not true.
I've lived amongst hippies and they wear pants.
Yeah, I was gonna say like some.
And they smell. Yeah.
But what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, so a lot of these attacks took place because it got super hot, and apparently that summer, like when it gets super hot outside, people sleep outside, like in their stoops and rooftops and stuff. And that's ultimately when the monkey man would attack, was at night while people are sleeping. So that leads me to my next segment of the show called the Monkey Man Survival Guide.
Oh, I love this, Bobby.
Can you play?
Do I need to take notes?
Do you have any fun introductory videos for Monkey Man Survival Guide?
I don't. You should have told me.
I didn't even know that
it's going to be quite redundant because it references a lot of things we've already said. If you can help it, don't sleep outside. That's number one.
Oh, I better write that one down.
Okay, yeah, number one, don't sleep outside.
Carry a bright light like a flashlight, a lantern, or a torch. Why again, Jamie or Bree?
It's because it'll ruin its night vision goggles.
Yes, it does not. It's like a vampire, I guess. Like if you shine a light, I guess most people don't like to have like bright light shine in their face. That would divert anyone away.
I agree 100%.
And then lastly, this is probably most importantly, when there is monkey man hysteria going on, and there are patrols of citizens searching for it, do not dress in any way that might insinuate that you are a monkey man or wear anything suggestive to avoid being physically attacked by the locals and get beaten to a bloody pulp as a monkey man misidentification victim.
What do you think about the theory, Bobby, that this possibly could just be a bunch of small Bigfoots?
It's possible. The helmets and the goggles certainly throw a wrench in that gear. Am I still here?
Yeah, you're still here.
Yep. Okay. But yeah, let's talk about a few theories here because there are quite a few.
Okay, go for it.
Here. Well, number one would be just a human being being an asshole. Just like a deranged, insane, tiny man running around scratching people and throwing pregnant women downstairs.
I was like, so do you think it's
cool guy?
Would you describe him as somebody who is participating in a
possibly?
Okay, got it.
It's definitely possible.
Okay.
Who's controlling the hate crime switch? Is that Bree or Jamie?
It's all of us can do it.
All of us can do it. I haven't been doing it though. Is there an extensive sewer system underneath New Delhi?
I would no. I think that one thing that they're known for is not having anywhere to poop, and everyone poops in holes by the ocean there.
Play that hate crime.
Okay. Hold on.
I think that there is plumbing. I think it's just in
no. Yeah, there's there's nicer parts, but for the most part,
India.
Yeah, no, yes, there is, but I think that overall that they're known for not really having a sewage system.
Yeah, I mean,
so I wouldn't imagine that they have like an elaborate, great sewage system.
Yeah,
okay. Do they have a subway?
I would think so. No, trains.
I researched the Monkey Man of New Delhi. I apologize. I didn't research the infrastructure
of India.
of the country of India in preparation for tonight's show. So
I'm prepared.
Let's circle back on that maybe next time.
Deal.
Yeah, That would be cool.
Like seriously though. Here's one that I kind of came up with. I didn't really read much into it, but it sparked some questions. Perhaps a confused pet or circus monkey that escaped. And like especially if it has like a little pants on and like a little like Legend of Zelda tunic or whatever that picture was you had.
Thing was, yeah.
Nazi brown shirt thing.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to ask you guys, I don't know if you're animal people, monkey people.
Oh hell yeah.
But like if you were to toss a domesticated monkey like out into the wild, especially maybe even like in an urban area, would it know how to survive, or would it just start freaking out and like attacking people while they're sleeping?
It would 100%. So was several stories of people who had pet monkeys who ripped off the faces of like the people who would come visit them, like friends and things, like one of the owners. So it's 100% possible that a monkey could do all that. And I would think that if it was something like a domesticated monkey who was used to being inside, it would probably get real fucked up if it was
being
outside.
Fed? Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. Like, if you throw like a French bulldog out into the forest, like it's gonna freak out and not know what to do with itself. So, not to say a monkey is the same as a French bulldog. So I'd like to apologize to both species for stereotyping there. But
hate crime.
No, that's not a hate crime. Hate crimes don't apply to animals. Okay. I guess they do.
Okay, I mean.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry that came out of my mouth just now.
I was like,
can I share screen here?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
We do whatever your heart desires.
We're getting into the fun things now. How do I do that? Let me see. Oh,
share.
Wait, yep, there it is.
Share.
Make sure you're sharing audio if you need to.
I got you. Yeah, share audio if you need to. Yep.
All right, hold on.
But it really only works if you
I don't need to share audio.
Okay.
What the fuck is this saying? Sharing
works
best on a good computer. Well, we'll see what happens.
Life is a journey.
Life is a journey.
Okay, so let's look at 15. Can you guys see that? We're gonna look at 15 species of monkeys found in the Indian subcontinent. See if we can match any of these up.
Okay, wait. Let me get him. Let me get him up. Let me get him up so we can.
Can you see that?
In his monkey form, yeah.
I'm gonna F11 that, so you guys don't see all my cool bookmarks.
Porn.
Okay, so
scroll up just slightly.
Okay.
No, the opposite way. Like put the picture up towards the top more.
What the fuck are you talking?
There you go, right there. Yeah, perfect.
All right, this is called the Recess monkey. He sounds like a fun monkey. Remember Recess? Everyone was running around.
Reese's Pieces.
Hell yeah.
Acting like monkeys.
No, Recess.
Okay. This is a famous species of old world monkeys and distributed in large populations across the country. At first glance, looks like that big one there on top could be about 4 foot tall, 4 or 5 foot tall.
Yeah. Looks a little humanoid.
I don't see a helmet or like a Nazi insignia on his arm or anything like that.
No,
we've already determined that the Monkey Man of New Delhi is in fact a dirty Nazi. So I'm gonna put that in the maybe camp.
Maybe I'll give it maybe.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know. I can't. Don't hate crime me for this, but I can't tell the difference between these two monkeys.
I think that might possibly be a hate.
He's got like a Mo from the Three Stooges haircut there.
A little bit.
Not quite a helmet head, but I'm gonna maybe this one again. Now this one looks a little more helmety.
Oh, okay, a little more helmet hair. I understand
more
that.
helmety.
But here's the thing, though. This monkey,
he's so light colored.
They have these ears in the dark. Yeah, the ears in the dark color. The ears poke out. This one doesn't have pokey ears.
True. That's true. He's got like Rod Stewart hair.
He does have the hair, though.
I'm gonna say all these are maybes, equal maybes.
Oh, okay.
Maybe. I don't know what you guys think. Feel free to chime in, but
I haven't seen one yet that I think is like solid.
No,
Yeah,
that's
I'm waiting for the one that
that's
jumps
very
at me.
interesting, right? Nope,
Yeah.
fuck this one. That one's definitely not it.
That's the same thing. Yeah.
That is horrifying.
Whoa.
Now,
Yeah,
this
but that
right
look at the
here,
coloring.
This
The
one's
facial
dense.
coloring.
This right here.
This right here
The
looks
stump-tailed macaw.
Oh,
Yeah.
and again, there was no
Macaque.
wait. There was no mention of the tail. There was no mention of the tail, and it looks like his upper part is lighter than the bottom part, and so just like the hands are, so it's possible that maybe it only looked like he had a little suit on, but it was his coloring.
Yep. Look at the sleeves here.
The sleeves, 100%. Yep.
Sleeve. You got
similar.
like a distinct, creepy, I'm gonna murder you red face.
The ears poking out.
I mean, they had mentioned that it often looks like it was like covered in blood.
Oh, similar.
So I'm gonna. this is my number one contender so far.
Yeah, 100%. I agree with you.
The
Very similar.
stump-tailed macaque.
Okay, like
Macaque.
it. Okay.
We'd have to look into the regional stuff, but you know, this is what you get.
Looks
on
like
Body's
it for
Cryptid Corner.
sure.
Okay. All
There's
right.
the
Now
head.
we're getting somewhere. The lion-tailed macaque. Now this looks like a stunning
man
stoic helmet here.
Yeah.
It looks like a cosmonaut.
Not similar to that one though. Again,
this one
very
just looks
regal.
so beefy and like it wants to murder you. This one just
wants to
looks
murder
like
you.
it wants to serve you tea and crumpets.
Or like it wants the wind to blow in the air, and it like tells you a story. It's like tonight the music turns so low.
This one's down to fuck. This one's down to murder fuck.
Yeah, for sure.
This one's down to party.
This one, I don't.
So
think
this
so.
one, I don't think so, but does give me very much like I would beat you up if you came across me.
Oh, right, he's got big old arms. Look at that.
Yeah, like he'd be like, "You want to box me, motherfucker?"
The arm to head ratio is insane.
I don't know about that one. I disagree. You got a clear tail here, and as we mentioned in our subpar research, we did not find anything about tails.
No tails. Yeah, no tails. All right. Do we have it? Is there
think
another
this
one?
thing is definitely not 4 feet tall, though. Maybe. I don't know.
No, that bit of wood isn't that big to be 4 feet.
That's what she said.
Okay. Oof. This is kind of interesting. Definitely thicker than a lot of the previous ones. Probably much taller. There's something about like the distinct face with the fluffy helmet hair that tickles my fancy in the search for the truth when it comes to the monkey man.
I do understand you, but I feel like the biggest issue I have with so many of these is that the coloring is not correct. They were very specific about the dark fur, and the majority of these monkeys so far are very blonde, much like the Bigfoot we talked about earlier.
Yes. Good point, Jamie. We're going to move on to the golden langur. Now, this is a terrifying little fella.
He looks like he'd pick my pockets.
That's an interesting specimen.
Very.
I think he's
so astute in our inquiry into nature right now.
Yeah.
That thing looks pretty scary, to be honest. I think this is a top contender here, a possible contender.
It's a little bit too light,
could be mistaken for a man.
It's still too light for me, but a man, yes. But I guess maybe if it had pants and a shirt on.
Yeah,
that's true. Yeah.
I'll superimpose that and get back to you guys.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. I don't know.
I don't even know something.
These look like slacks here, perhaps.
These look like penguins.
And then a distinct change in coloring where that could insinuate a
the blood look.
Yes, and a fluffy
it's
shirt.
Pretty,
like a
actually.
pirate shirt. Yeah, I wonder what it would take to get one of those over here just to hang out with it for a little while. The capped langur. Okay, here we go.
Oh.
What are those? Aren't canines? What are those called there? Those are
fangs.
This thing will haunt my dreams for the next 6 to 8 months.
This one's scary. Wow.
Clear helmet.
Yeah.
Horrifying blood penetrating, skin penetrating blood teeth.
Feet. Yeah.
Hey, maybe at night the blonde hair like reflects, so it does look like a monkey. I mean, like a helmet.
Yeah. I think this is the first
Just
time anyone's
throwing
ever confused a monkey for a
idea.
helmet.
Yeah.
Yeah, the teeth though, they do it for me in a non-sexual way.
That's what she said.
This is just too. This is too cute. This
Yeah, that's so cute.
Clearly,
It looks
this
like
is clearly
Stinky.
not the Monkey Man of New Delhi. But,
no, it's a little snuggle
that's
baby.
just Greg.
It looks like a
That's Greg.
Pokemon.
Yeah,
Greg.
Did you say it's Greg?
Yeah, that's Greg. You don't know Greg?
I don't
Oh,
think
you gotta meet Greg, man.
Who?
Greg. I love Greg. He's a great guy. No, Greg. I was talking to Greg the other day. He actually told me he gets mistaken for a Fears leaf monkey quite often.
Constantly.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
It is.
I'm sorry that happens to him.
It's a rare species of the lutung. If you guys didn't know that.
Okay.
Now this is quite compelling. Those gibbons
looks like
are
Ghostface.
Totally.
Ghostface Killer.
Yeah, I see it.
Like Scream.
Don't. Yep. This is the Hulock gibbon. I don't know. I think definitely not. This is like a bush baby or
so
something.
cute. Hi, bush baby. Snuggle.
Slow
I would
Loris.
snuggle this.
No.
Yeah.
I vote to snuggle.
Yeah.
No.
No.
Get out of here with
No.
that shit.
Little
That
tree
is not even a
baby.
monkey. That's
So
a
It's just
fucking
the
cute.
hamster.
eyes and the nose
Piggy
is weird.
dipping.
So here's my top one is probably gonna be this motherfucker.
This one.
right here.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, that would be my choice.
Yeah,
That
and
just
then
looks like a toddler that's up to no good, you know.
Okay, wait, hold on.
Right.
Let me put him back up. Let me put him back up so we can conclude that, because I really think that he looks so fucking similar to this one here.
Yeah.
Just identical.
Yeah, that sold me, to be honest.
I think
Mhm.
that's all right.
Well, if we're gonna go for the a known creature, a known monkey, I think this is our clear
culprit.
here. So
Yeah.
and that
100%.
was the 15 species of monkeys found in the Indian subcontinent.
Thank you so much, Bobby. We
No
appreciate
problem.
that. So I guess as we've come to that time now where we have to factor sci-fi this cryptid.
Is it? Because I have more theories.
Oh, okay, give us another theory then.
I'll go through this real fast. I'm gonna
Okay,
have
go.
to share my screen again.
Yeah, go for it.
There was a theory. This is a nice segue from the monkey thing that we just looked
Okay.
at. There was a theory. Hold on. Let me share it again. That's my email. Monkey Man stream. This thing, the red panda. Nope.
Oh.
So cute. Looks like
Very,
a
very cute.
fox.
I could not see that thing. Yeah, but the
It's like
covered in
Paddington
blood
Bear.
thing, red
Big
panda
tail.
is one theory. Apparently they're not indigenous to that region of India, but they were at one time. So who knows? Ooh, a baby one. Let's look at those.
Oh, okay.
my God.
They look like
So
little
cute.
baby raccoons.
Oh my
Cute.
God.
So cute. Too
Just
cute.
put it in my veins. Okay. And then lastly, we're gonna get into the more, I guess, the more spiritual side of things. There is a Hindu monkey god
Named Hanuman.
Hanuman, which
Mhm.
kind of goes into the thing when we talk about like culturally, when we like kind of project our. Hold on, am I still sharing?
Belief systems into entities that come and visit us.
Right. So, I mean, this is pretty. I don't know. I don't think that this is like a violent Hindu god. I wouldn't.
He is
imagine.
not. No, Hanuman is not. No.
So that just seems like someone maybe said like it reminded me of Hanuman, and then it kind of snowballed into maybe
Perpetuated
it's
it.
Hanuman.
Yep. Yeah, 100%.
That's
Yeah.
a better word there. So I'm gonna 86 this as a theory.
Oh.
Am I still sharing?
No, not anymore.
No.
Okay. Did I show you Hanuman just now?
No.
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 Oh, God.
It opened in another Chrome tab, I think.
Fucking idiot.
Bree is killing it with the overlays today, making them
Can
as
you guys
we
see it
go.
now?
Yes.
Can you see?
Yes.
You can see
Yes.
Hanuman.
Oh yeah.
Yes,
yeah.
this is Hanuman.
Hey.
He's got
Hey,
a
that
cool, like.
So on the right hand side, middle one, second one down.
Wow, look at that. Beautiful.
Look at bring up the overlay on the right hand side where it's on the black side where related images, middle row, second one down.
That one?
Oh,
One.
yeah.
Yeah, that one. That one. Bring up the overlay.
Oh.
That one? Okay, hold on.
What if you
Maybe.
woke up one night sleeping on a rooftop and saw? I mean, you got a helmet here.
You see it?
Oh,
You see it?
Right there. Right there.
oh,
Oh yeah.
What are we looking at?
the middle of
face.
our screen, I have the overlay up of the monkey.
Oh, I can't see that. Okay.
Yeah, because
So-
you're not on our screen. Yeah.
I mean, look. I mean,
All of those look just like the drawing. They've got the pink front bit.
The freak punk lips. Yeah, like the ears
specific
coming out
coloring.
the side with the helmet.
That's
yeah,
like spot on.
yeah. And those are kind of the main theories there. Aside from, as mentioned, kind of media sensationalism that perpetuated it into mass hysteria.
Right.
You know, we project our cultural archetypes onto these types of things, local flora and fauna. I don't know. I'm gonna say it's time to go to Factor Sci-Fi.
Dun,
Jamie.
I have one question.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Do we have any other images other than this overlay?
No,
This thing?
no,
That's the only one
no.
you can find.
That's
Yes.
the only thing in the world.
That's
Wow,
like the
okay.
official. Yeah, that's the official drawing that was put out there by the police.
And it looks like Hanuman.
By the
Okay.
Popo.
Yeah, by the
Okay.
Popo. Yep.
It's really hard to find.
So-
It's pretty rare.
Yeah.
Actual sci-fi.
If you Google search Monkey Man of New Delhi, you just see a lot of pictures of monkeys, and then you
Of
see
monkeys, and then you see that one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, we didn't look at this one. Oh, that's. Hold on. Yeah, we don't need to look at that. It's not that compelling. Anyway, Jamie, Factor Sci-Fi.
I am going to hard one sci-fi this.
Fair. Any elaboration?
No.
on that?
I feel like there's
No.
it looks too much like that god. It looks too much like a similar monkey. I don't think this is a real thing. It's an instance where it happens once. I think that there was maybe some monkeys that escaped somewhere and they attacked some people, and that's the whole story.
Totally.
Okay.
All right, Spooky, what about you?
I'm gonna go with like 2, just because like I think it's probably a dude
Mhm.
who dressed up in a suit and made himself look like Hanuman to play on people's fears. Maybe it's a PR thing. Maybe it's trying to scare some people.
PR. I got to get some good PR by attacking people dressed as
I'm
new god.
I'm not going to outright say I don't think it's real, because if there's a shitload of reports, then something happened. But
Sure.
I'm gonna leave like that one. I'm not gonna be like, no, it can't possibly be real. I'm gonna say I don't think it's real, but I'm open to the possibility that it is.
Okay.
Okay.
Mm.
Bree.
All right, Bree, take it.
Sci-fi.
Number?
I'm in the negative.
You're hard sci-fi. Okay.
Yeah, I'm off the scale.
All right.
Okay. And
Bobby?
I'm definitely gonna hard sci-fi it as of being a cryptid. I'm open to the possibility that's like maybe an actual monkey did attack a person or two over a hot night, a hot summer's night. And then that maybe there were some copycat crimes. Maybe someone decided to be an asshole and kind of fuel the fire of the monkey man in some way. I do believe people were attacked by something, though. So I'm gonna go Spooky 2 on this as well.
Lynn agrees too.
Spooky 2 sci-fi. Monkey Man is not a cryptid, but I do believe something happened in which that kind of lit the fuse of this whole thing.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Could it have been a really ugly short person?
Hate crime.
Yeah, it's a hate crime, Bree.
It is a hate crime.
It's a hate crime.
I'm
you guys
throwing
are
it out
real hate
there.
crimes now, you know that?
I know. I mean, people are going to start thinking this is just a hate crime.
I know. Bree, we just got a donation from John, who
Hate
just
crime.
bought us 3 aliens.
Hate
Thank
crimes.
you, John.
Thank you,
Appreciate
John.
you.
He's the best.
You the best.
It's not. That's very rare. It's not a hate crime to throw it out there that it could be someone that maybe,
is doing this. I think
there are people out there.
That was Spooky's idea too, that it was somebody like dressing up and doing this specifically.
It's just interesting that
it's too similar to that drawing, to the day, like the busts of the
deity.
Yeah, it's too similar.
And when you mistake another man in the streets of New Delhi for the ravenous monkey man in a mob, beat the shit out of him, I would definitely hate crime on that one.
Yes, sir.
Hate crime.
Even if it was a misidentification.
Hate crime.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were the monkey man. Sorry, go ahead.
All right. I think that's going to be it for this week's Bobby's Cryptid Corner, you guys. Thanks for everybody for showing up in the chat. Bobby, thank you and welcome back. We're going to be here pretty much every Tuesday doing Bobby's Cryptid Corner. So if you guys have experiences that you guys want to come on, and whether it be ghosts or cryptids or anything kind of paranormal or weird, please come on. We would love to talk to you guys about it. You can email us. That one time I was abducted at gmail.com. If we don't answer your email back right away, I promise we will. Sometimes it just takes us a hot minute to get through all of our emails. You can also call us and leave us a voicemail at 408-320-8481 if you guys want to. And we'll see you guys probably tomorrow for another show.
We will. Tomorrow.
Thank you for having me.
Tomorrow, 2:00, we have Josh.
Casey. Oh, Josh. Just said Casey.
In the meantime, avoid committing hate crimes.
Absolutely.
Right. Yes, avoid them.
Bobby, before we go, where can everybody find you at? What podcast should they listen to?
Not For Everyone podcast. It's all cult horror movie shenanigans with me and my buddy, who basically use movies as a vehicle to talk smack to each other. And it's either for you or it's not. I won't be offended if you're not.
It's not for everyone.
That's the best way to be.
Everyone.
Hey. All right, guys. Night. Love you. See you tomorrow.
Night.
Love you.
Damn it.